Usually when I'm starting to work on a show, I tend to refer to a kind of research of image gathering that I've done just organically over the course of a few months. And then I tend to try to understand what it is that I was responding to by tying some threads between what ends up becoming the reference imagery. Then I'll start to work on very free-form drawings, not really trying to locate them in anything specific. It is very much about letting the work reveal itself rather than imposing too much onto it. My name is Ilana Savdie. I am originally from Colombia. My studio is based in Bushwick in Brooklyn, New York. In the research, I tend to be located in spaces between the biological and the folkloric. I look to different organisms in nature. I look to human anatomy throughout history and how the representation of the body has changed throughout history. There's a lot of themes around the artifice and the lie and the costuming, the performance, the theatrical, and how that ties into ideas around power and power as threat. Color, I think, plays a big role in my work in the sense that it's the most immediate thing that is perceived in the work. It's a way in which I can access the kind of high and low that I'm interested in and all the collisions of otherwise opposing things that I'm trying to collide into one space. Color becomes a way to both deal with the abundance of that and also undo any kind of hierarchy that would otherwise be predetermined by image. I work with colors that are not meant to coexist, and I'm interested in how they can coexist in their abundance. I work with beeswax and encaustic, which I deal with through a layering of texture of brush marks and gestures that can only happen through painting with wax. And then that creates a kind of texture that when sitting next to the luscious oil paint, it'll create a kind of contrast that can have the work sort of sit in a space of the uncanny. I think in this particular exhibition, there is a kind of contending with this moment of frantic paralysis, dealing with the things that are not fixed, histories that are not fixed, truths that are not fixed, that are slippery, categories and bodies and histories that are just not fixed, and then the chafing that happens between polarities. I think maybe I could say that the paintings are the rash that comes from the chafing of polarities.